Good evening. Good evening. I pray that all is well with you guys. So, I am Serafina Monique, and today is Wednesday, you guys. So, I have a Winning Women Wednesday message for you today. Okay. So, if you haven't already, like and subscribe to the channel as well as hit the notification bell so that you guys don't miss out on anything. Okay. And if this word blesses or encourages you in any type of way, feel free to share it so that others can be blessed and encouraged as well. Okay. So, Winning Women Wednesday. Okay. So, today's topic, you guys, is stop being a pick me. That's it. Stop being a pick me and get some standards. Okay. So we all know what a pick me is, Sonny. I looked up the definition, and it one part of the definition said um a woman who obviously and obsessively work to gain men's attention. Okay. So we all know what a pick me is. This woman, most time is women. Okay. This woman who I deleted my thing. I'm sorry. It's a woman who will do anything to get a man's attention so that a man can pick her and pick her for what? Pick her to be his, pick her to be his woman, pick her to be his wife. And a lot of times, you guys, we do this unknowingly a lot sometimes. Okay, we do this unknowingly because it's like we as women, dang, my keys on my laptop's not working. As women, what we tend to do is we want to prove to men, we want to prove to a man that we are worth it. Okay, we want to prove our worth to a man. We want to prove our worth to him. Okay. So what we will do is just that. We will try to do any and everything we can to prove our worth to them so that they can pick us. So that they can pick us. And a lot of times in us doing this and doing that, trying to get picked, I just feel like instead of them seeing our worth, I feel like it kind of devalues us. Okay, it get to a point. They get to the point to where it's like we're not worth it. They don't see the worth, and it gets to the point to where we are someone that they can use. Okay, someone that they see that they can use because we're gonna do whatever it takes to for them to pick us. Okay. We're going to do whatever it takes for them to keep us around. Okay. So, and I just said that to say this, you guys. If a man don't see your worth at at on level 1, honey, he's not going to see it at level 10. Okay. You're still not going to be worth it to him at level 10. So, you want someone that notices you even without you trying to get noticed. Okay. So you want what I'm saying is you want somebody to see your worth here. Here. So you need to see my worth when I'm not in the kitchen cooking and cleaning. You need to see my worth when I'm not um ironing your clothes and when I'm not doing this and when I'm not doing that. You need to see my worth. Okay. So if someone is interested in you, you guys, if someone is interested in getting to know you, I don't know. I just feel like I'm not about to get to know somebody and me telling them, oh, I'll cook for you. It ain't no interview. Like, I'll cook for you, I'll clean for you, I'll scrub the floors, I'll do this, I do this, I do that. And it's like, I'll do this in the bedroom, I'll do that in the bedroom. And it's like, no. Okay, but what you can do, you can put in the effort and get to know me. Okay. So And getting to know me don't include cooking and cleaning and doing this and having sex. No, ain't you don't need to be having sex with nobody anyway. Okay, if you ain't married, you need to be having sex with folks. Okay, so that's just it. Okay, so what we want to do is we want people to see our worth even before we do all that. Because if you see my worth, if you see that I'm worth it, if I'm worth it to you without doing all of that, then you're going to show me that I'm worth it. Okay. And then you showing me that I'm worth it to you, it's going to make me want to do all that for you. Okay. But if you're not showing me that in the getting to know me phase, that I'm worth it to you, that I'm valuable to you, then what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to amp it up, honey. That's crazy. Why would I amp it up and give you more on top of something that you already don't value? So all that's doing is giving you more of me to not value. Okay? So women, stop being a pick me, honey. If a man is interested in you, and he makes it known and he wants to get to know you, that's just it. Let him get to know you. Don't go on no first date with no, oh, I'm cooking for you a home cooked meal. Where your clothes at? Let me go wash your clothes with all this let me get the gain and the crystal beads and and everything else, make your clothes smell good. And it's like, no, because most times, I don't know. I just feel like I don't know. If they looking for all that off the top, then what you need is a maid, honey. You don't need me. You need a maid, and that's not on my resume. You know what I'm saying? Like if this man coming to you and he like, I need you to cook, I need you to clean, I need you to take care of my kid, like Miss Steely, honey. And it's like, no, what you want is someone that values you even when you're not doing those things. Okay. And when they value you, when you're not doing those things, when you are doing those things, they'll value you. They'll still value you. Okay. So I ain't saying, I don't know. Know your worth. Know your worth. That's it. Know your worth. And ladies, stop playing dumb. Stop playing dumb to these men. That's just it. We play dumb to these men so that they can stay around. Like, we could know that they're lying, and we hold on to it. Like, and because, oh, we want to be their peace. We want to be their peace. So I'm not going to call him out on this because I want to be his peace. And it's like, no, because if he wanted to be my peace, he wouldn't be out here lying. You know what I'm saying? So if you want me to be your peace, you're going to have to create a peaceful atmosphere, honey. Okay? And if you're not creating a peaceful atmosphere, then how are you going to be at peace, honey? Better go talk to Jesus. Okay. So what we have to do is, oh my God, especially like in these beginning stages, you guys, what we will do is we will, if okay, let's just say this man done contacted you, whatever. Oh, I want to get to know you. You caught my attention, blah, 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 whatever they say, honey. Anyway, so y'all done started talking and texting. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And we ain't gonna say the whole Friday. We're gonna say Friday up to 12 o'clock or something. Oh, it's all you. He's texting you. He's calling you. Y'all done saw each other two times this week. You in love and everything. But then Friday after 12 o'clock, you don't hear from him. Friday after 12. Saturday, you don't hear from him none. Sunday, you don't hear from him none. But Monday after 12 o'clock, you get them messages from him. Oh, he's ready to talk to you now. He been with that other woman. That's just it. He been with that other woman, but because, and you know it because if somebody don't text you back, honey, if somebody don't hear from you, it's because they don't want to hear from you. Okay. It's because they don't want to hear from you. If they don't talk to you, it's because they don't want to talk to you. If they're not seeing you, it's because they didn't want to see. They don't want to see you. Okay? So it's just like, but what we will do is we will make up excuses. We'll put excuses on, we'll give a man excuses, honey. So if he say, oh, I'm really going through something right now, so I'm just real tired from work. Ain't nobody that tired. Like what you do? You slept the whole weekend. You ain't wake up none. You was dead from Friday to Monday? Because that's the only excuse I can handle. Okay. But what we're not gonna do is we're not gonna keep accepting these excuses and giving them excuses. Oh, he's going through some things. Well, I'm going through some things too, honey. Okay. I'm going through some things too. So we have to stop giving these men excuses. And we have to stop creating excuses for them, because what we will do is we'll create excuses for them that we'll be okay with. And it's like, oh, well, this did happen to him, and his dog did die, and the cat did eat the goldfish, so he just going through a lot right now, so that's why he don't want to talk to me. He that's probably why I didn't hear from him. And it's like, no, he over there with that other woman, and you know it. So no matter how much it hurts, honey, that's just what it is. Okay, so we gonna stop being pick me's, honey. Stop being pick me's and want a man to choose you, putting up with any and everything from a man, dishing out everything to a man. Then don't be having sex with no man, honey. That's just it. Don't be having sex with no man, trying to get him to choose you, because what he will do, he'll get it from you, and then he'll go get it from there, and he'll go get it from there, and wherever else he can get it from. And he probably still won't pick you. And that's just it. Because let me tell you again, if a man knows whether or not you're someone that he wants to be with. It don't take forever for them to decide. Okay. So they know. Okay. They know. But then you coming, on the first date, the stuff ain't right. On the first date, he don't value you. He don't see your worth. Instead of you walking away, you amp it up and you're doing more. So what is he gonna do? He's gonna accept more because you're giving more. He's gonna accept it, but that's not gonna make him see your value. Okay. And that's just it. So we have to stop being a pick me, honey. Like I used to be a pick me. I sure did. Child, but let me tell you, I was a pick me without realizing I was a pick me, because it was just like I just want them to see my worth, want them to see what I bring to the table, and I was given level 10, okay, but now I'm just like, and I was ignoring the red flags, okay, so I did accept less than what I deserved, okay, so I was like, I saw the red flags, I knew in my heart, I knew that could have been somebody else. But if I asked him and he said no, then guess what? It wasn't nobody else, because he said no. And I know he's going to tell me the truth. And it's like, no, honey, stop being dumb for these men. And that's just it. Okay. So, yeah, I used to be a pick me. I used to accept any and everything. I used to try to give my best so that they can see my value, so that men can see my value. But now I don't care if you don't see my value. Okay. I don't care. That's just it. I don't care. Like, if you start acting crazy, honey, bye. That's just it. Because what we're not gonna do is, I'm not about to get emotionally involved. We don't want to get emotionally involved with somebody, and then we don't want to ignore the red flags and continue to get emotionally involved with a person, and for what? For it to hurt even more, you know, went on further on down the road, and it's like, no. So I'm it's certain standards you have to meet. Okay. So I'm not going to accept this. I'm not going to accept that. Okay. So that's just it. That's just what we have to do. We have to stop being so desperate for a man that we accept any and everything from a man and we ignore the red flags. And then we tell ourselves whatever lies that we need to tell ourselves pertaining to them so that it'll make us feel better. And it's like, no. Like, yeah, I used to be a pick me, now I'm gonna pick her. Okay. Because women, you know when someone isn't acting right. You know when someone is playing games. Okay. So we're not being pick me's anymore. We're gonna be pick hers. Okay, pick her. Okay. And who is her? Her is that woman that you ignored me for. Okay. Her is that woman who caused you to ignore my text for hours on end. Okay. Her is that woman that caused you to ignore me for days on end. Okay. Her is that woman who caused you to break my heart and to not care about my feelings in whatever situation. Okay. So that's who her is. So I just feel like if a man is willing to ignore you and willing to throw you under the bus and willing to hurt your feelings for another woman, that man is in love. And it ain't with you. Okay. So he in love with that other woman. So pick her, honey. Cause I'm a sucker for love. I love love. So go over there. I'm rooting for you guys. I hope everything goes well. But what you're not going to do is you're not going to come over here and text me and talk to me just to keep yourself occupied when she's not dealing with you, when that's really where your heart is, that's really where you want to be with, that's really who you want to be with. So no, I'm not a pick me, I'm a pick her. So team, you and her, you in love, stay in love over there away from me. And that's just it. So ladies, we have to get some standards. We have to get some standards. We need to seek God, honey. That's just it. You need to seek God because so many times you're looking for a man to fill a void that only God can fill. Okay. So you're looking for a man to fill a void that is within you. So what we need to do is we need to let our Father be enough. Okay. And then once you let your Father be enough, once you understand that God is enough, you're not going to put up with any and everything from any and everybody. Okay. So at the first moment you see that red flag, you're not going to ignore it. Okay. You're not going to ignore it. Okay. And use your past experiences. I ain't saying, Lord, how can I say this the right way? I'm not saying base everything off of your past experiences, but don't be dumb. Okay. So don't be dumb. Use your past experiences. Look at what you've gone through in the past. Look at what you have overcame in the past. Okay. So I done went through this heartbreak and I done made it out. I done went through that heartbreak and I done made it out. So what I'm gonna do is before anything starts good, if I see some red flags, whether I'm a little emotionally involved or not, I'm gonna cut it off because um if you don't see it getting better, I feel like you should just cut it off now because if you keep holding on, you're going to get more emotionally involved and it's going to hurt even more when things go left. So it's like I see stuff going left. I'm not as emotionally involved now as I would be down the road. So I'm going to let it go now. And it's going to be okay because I've been through stuff that broke me down to my core and I survived. So me cutting it off here and me healing from this little bit ain't nothing. Okay. So notice the red flags and don't ignore them. Don't ignore them, okay? Get some standards about yourself. So standards are Lord, and I can't even read my writing, honey. I looked up the definition and it says, I guess it says to exhibit top notch character and class. Okay, someone who doesn't settle, don't compromise their values or belief. They have expectations for themselves and they stay true to who they are. So we're going to have expectations for ourselves. We're not going to settle. Okay. So, and we're not going to compromise on our values or beliefs. Okay. So have some standards, you guys. Have some standards. So if you begin talking to somebody and you say, "Oh, I don't want a woman that I don't want a man that smokes whatever." Okay, whatever. Okay, you just say, "I don't want a man that smokes." And if this man smokes, okay, so if I'm not if he's interested in getting to know me, I'm going to say, "Well, I don't date guys that smoke." Okay? And I'm just saying, and if he wants to date you, he gonna get a nicotine patch or whatever it is, and he's gonna try to stop smoking because this is the standard that she has, and I want to date her. I want to talk to her. I want to pursue her, and these are her standards. So she's worth it to me. So I'm going to quit smoking to talk to her. And it don't have to be smoking, but whatever your standards are, okay? And that's just it. Like, or if they like, and then you're like, okay, well, he's not smoking, so okay, I guess, okay, we can give it a try, whatever, whatever, because he's willing to meet the standard. But if you get somebody that's you be like, I don't smoke, I can't stand the way smoke smells, and he just like, well, I'm just not gonna smoke around her, and y'all go out on a date, and you get in the car and it's cigarette smoke everywhere and you can't breathe and it's messing up your asthma and your bronchitis and stuff, and he's like, oh, I ain't gonna smoke around her, but I'm gonna smoke, and it's like, I don't think this is someone that values me, so you and your cigarettes can go to the left. Okay. So, and that's just like I don't know, that's just something that popped on the top of my head, whatever, whatever. But but the point is your standards are your standards. And I ain't saying go out here and get no outrageous stuff that don't make sense. But your standards are your standards. Okay. So and that's just it. So don't compromise on your standards. Okay. So it's like, oh, I'm gonna smoke in the car, and it's like, I'm gonna smoke out here, so I won't be smoking around you. And it's like, no, but you and that cigarette can go on, like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-mm. So like that's something that I won't compromise on. Okay, so don't settle. Don't settle. If this is what you want, if this is what you want, honey, and a man that wants you, he's gonna want to meet your standards. If he really loves you and he really values you, he's gonna want to meet your standards. So if you say, well, I want you to call me every night before I go to bed. I want to talk to you, or I want you to FaceTime me every night before I go to bed at 9 o'clock every night, blah, 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 whatever, whatever. Okay. And if this man makes it a point to FaceTime you, he's putting in effort. Like, even though that's small, he's putting in effort, because people really don't do that for real. You know what I'm saying? He's putting in effort. But if he like, oh, I'm going to FaceTime her at 9:30. And it's like, oh, no, you ain't, because I'm asleep. I'm just saying, like, if you have your standards and people know what your standards are, if they try and meet your standard, then that says a lot about them, okay? As opposed to somebody who just throw your standards out the window and it's just like she's gonna get me any way she can. And it's like, no, sweetheart, you can do what you want to do, but you won't do it with Serafina. Okay, so we have to have some standards about ourselves. Okay, so set your standards, and you need to know what your standards are, because a lot of us we don't have standards, and that's why we are getting any and everything, because we don't even know what the standard is. Okay, so we don't know what the standard is for us to um tell someone else what the standard is. Okay, so know what your standards are, and again, don't let nobody use you. You know, you can tell when somebody is using you to as a place filler until the person that they really want get it right. You can tell. Okay, you ain't, again, stop being dumb for a man or whatever. Stop being dumb for a man. Okay, so if they using you as a place filler, honey, cut them off. That's just it. Cut them off, because what you're not going to do is you're not going to get me emotionally involved while you're here. And then whenever she say, oh, I'm done with this man, you can come back, because that's what it is. That's what it is. So whenever she gets ready for you, whenever she gets bored with this man, the other man, and she ready for you to come back, then you withdraw from me and hurt me. And it's like, no, stop letting folks use you, because it's like, people, you're doing the same thing to someone else that is being done to you. Okay, so that's how it is. Like, you're doing the same thing. You don't like the way this woman is treating you. You don't like the way this woman don't is inconsistent. You don't like the way she ignores you sometimes. You don't like the way she ignores your text. You don't like the way she don't make time for you, or whatever. But you're gonna come and do the exact same thing to another woman. But then when she available, when the other woman that you really want available, oh, you back over there. So it's like, y'all know when you being used. Like, stop being dumb. Stop acting dumb. And I hope that don't sound bad, but that's just it. We got to stop acting dumb, because, and we, that's just it. We just got to stop acting dumb, because these men, they actually think they're getting away with stuff. And it's like, I knew that. I already knew that. And it's like, whatever. But so stop being a pick me, get some standards. We're going to be a pick her. Pick her. Her is whoever you decided to break my heart for. Her is whoever you decided to ignore me for. Okay. So her is the one that really have your heart. So pick her, honey, because I'm in a league of my own. I got my own scale. And that's just it. Okay. And stop using people when you're lonely. Stop using people when you're lonely. And that goes both ways, men and women. Stop using people when you're lonely, because that's hurtful. Okay. That's hurtful. The same way someone is using you, you turn around and hurting you turn around and use someone else and hurt them. So it's like, cut it off. If you lonely, deal with it, whatever. But when you come over here, come correct or not at all. And that's just it. Okay, so ladies, get some standards. So stop being willing to do anything for a man's approval. And remember, if he don't accept you at level 1, you ain't going to get me at level 10. Okay, so I'm not going to give you more to not appreciate. I'm not going to give you more of me to not appreciate. Okay, and that's just it, ladies. That's just it. So, that's just it. Okay. So I don't know. I feel like I was kind of everywhere on this, but I hope I got my point across. Stop being a pick me and be a pick her. Be a pick her. Get some standards about yourself and stop having sex with folks, honey, because it's so much that comes. It's not just sex. Like, it's not just sex. Like, it's so much that comes um spiritually, emotionally, mentally, so much mental things that come, physical attachments that come, emotional, spiritual attachment, soul ties, and everything that comes with when you're having sex with someone. So it's not just sex. So get it out your head, okay? And stop having sex with folks. That's just it. Get you some standards. Stop being a pick me. And if a man don't want you while you at level one, while you're giving him level one, he ain't gonna want you and he's not gonna value you at level 10. You're just giving him more to not appreciate. Okay. So that's just it, ladies. So if you aren't saved, I'm doing this at the end of every video, so we didn't talk a lot about Jesus, but if you aren't saved and you want to be saved, honey, repeat this prayer. Heavenly Father, I realize that I am a sinner and I have broken your laws. I understand that my sin has separated me from you. I am sorry and I ask you to forgive me. I accept the fact that your son Jesus Christ died for me, was resurrected, and is alive today. And hear my prayers. I now open my heart's door and invite Jesus in to become my Lord and Savior. I give him control and ask that he would rule and reign in my heart so that his perfect will would be accomplished in my life. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. So pray that prayer, you guys. Get into church. Get a relationship with God. And let me tell y'all, when you guys get a relationship with God, everything else will fall into. Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Everything else will fall into place. Okay. So seek God, honey, and God will send you the right man who really values you. Okay. Seek God. And that's just it. Seek God. Okay. So that is it for today, you guys. If this word has blessed or encouraged you in any type of way, feel free to share it with someone else so that they can be blessed and encouraged as well. Okay. If you guys haven't already, hit the notification bell so that you guys don't miss out on anything. And no, just say that. What's the next line? Share it with somebody else. That's it. Be blessed and be a blessing.